What's going on, guys? How many of y'all have ever sat around and thought, man, if I just had a smaller, lighter, more compact tree stand? I have found a Summit Mini VIPER SD. I actually found it in a store, on a shelf. Never heard of one in my entire life. Maybe it's just me. I'm sure they're probably everywhere. I bet half of y'all probably got one and think I'm crazy. But I've got several VIPERs. I've been hunting out of an open shot, Summit open shot for years. Back in the spring, had to have open heart surgery, had to split my sternum open. I was real paranoid about laying on that open shot and trying to climb, so got to thinking about a sit and climb, something else I could do. Now that I'm healed up, probably wouldn't make any difference. I feel like I've got enough confidence now that it probably wouldn't affect me at all if I went to use my open shot. But since I found this, went ahead and bought it, and I'm about to climb in the thing and even see if it fits me. The reviews I saw online, kind of mixed. Everything that I saw was people's kids, wives, women that were 5 foot tall, that kind of thing. So I was under the impression that this stand was going to be for children, something very small. After seeing it in the store, I actually got to look at it, hold it, and I was thinking, man, I could probably fit in this stand. Weighs 18 pounds, which isn't but a couple of pounds lighter than the regular VIPER SD. But if any of y'all turkey hunt, you know how heavy 20 pounds can feel carrying through the woods. And just a couple of pounds can make such a huge difference when you're walking a mile and a half back in the woods and have to pack in a stand. I live up here close to Bankhead National Forest, so I do a lot of forest hunting. Carrying a stand is not essential, but I personally love to hunt out of a tree stand. I don't do any ground hunting hardly ever, unless I've got a bluff and a rifle. So with a bow, I'm going to be in a tree stand 9 times out of 10. I think the dimensions on this, the width, I think is exactly the same as the regular VIPER SD, the aluminum stand. What they've changed on this one, there's a 4-inch difference in the front of the stand and the front of the foot climber. The length, they cut 4 inches off of that. And like I said, it removed 2 pounds, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but every pound on your back makes a huge difference that you can shave off. I even considered maybe getting me one of the mesh sling seats to put in this, just to cut another pound or 2 off for when I'm going way back deep in the woods. I really love these Summit seats. I do a lot of all-day sits, and if I'm going to sit for 12 hours, this is probably the seat I'll go with. During bow season, I kind of like the mesh because it doesn't hold as much scent for one thing, but it's also going to cut off a little bit more bulk and a little bit more weight. Anyway, let me climb into this thing, and we're going to see how it fits me, what the size dimensions look like. I'm 5'8", weigh just under 180 pounds. So I'm a pretty short guy, pretty compact, pretty small, but we're going to see, I want to see what I can do in this thing, if I can fit good or if it might fit somebody that's even a little bit bigger than me. Let's check it out. I don't actually have the tether attached. It does come with a tether to tether the top to the bottom, which makes sure you always use. I've known too many people that had the bottom fall out from under. I'm not going to attach it because I'm not actually going to climb. I'm just going to get in the stand, and we're just going to see what the size looks like. It's definitely a lot shorter in the front, which I think I'm going to like. Like I said, I'm so small that sometimes the bars actually get in my way when I'm trying to bow hunt. Oh yeah, man, this is perfect. I've got the seat actually adjusted as far up as it will adjust. You can adjust these buckles and actually hang this seat down several inches further if you wanted to. And I'm pretty sure that if you were 6'3", you could still fit in this stand because the bar can come over the top of your legs. If I actually move this up just a little bit more, about where I would need it. Yeah, you can sit, it wouldn't matter how long your legs were. They could stick out right here. What I really like about this is you've got this little compact room where you can get a gun rest. You can actually rest on this front bar and rest your elbow on that and get 2 points of stabilization when you're shooting a rifle. But the great thing about this 4-inch difference is when I go to stand up, I can shoot a bow around that bar just like I'm sitting in my open shot. This is not going to get in my way one bit. like I said, if you're a really big guy, or if you had on a lot of insulation or something, this would be a little bit tight. I've actually got a Goliath that I hunt out of when it's severe cold weather, and I've got layer upon layer of clothes on to give me a little bit more room, so I'm not making a lot of noise, you know, turning around. But this right here, man, for bow hunting is perfect. I'm very, very happy with the size of this and just the comfort of the way this feels. I even like how it comes over the top of my knees. On my other stand, it almost hits me in the top of the knees. It's just in the way, honestly. You can't hardly use it for a gun rest, and you can't really shoot a bow around it either because it's almost in the way. But with this one, you can almost stand against a tree and still shoot your bow down to a point, which I really, really like. I'm extremely happy with that. Like I said, I'm 5'8", so if anybody's looking for something like this or has seen it and wondered if they could fit in it, that was my biggest thing when I got to researching. Everything that I found was more talking about, you know, for children's use or youth model. You know, they call it a youth model stand basically. And it is not. I mean, it's the same exact size as a regular VIPER. It's just shorter and a couple of pounds lighter, which to me is the right size both ways. I mean, I'm really happy with it. And just like the VIPER, it comes with the foot stirrups, backpack straps. It's actually got your elastic bungees on them. It's got your tether strap tied to the top to keep the bottom from falling out under you. One thing that they have upgraded, which, I mean, they may have done this years ago and I just hadn't bought a stand in a while, but they do have zippered pads where you can take the pads off. I guess either clean them or replace them, rather than them being, you know, on there with Velcro or having to strap them on there with zip ties like some of my old stands were all zip tied on. I really like this. But I'm really impressed. And I appreciate y'all coming and watching this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, and if you have any interest at all, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing several videos similar to this on some items that I've already got, some items that I'm thinking about buying and trying out, on some stuff that is not the most expensive stuff, but anybody that knows me knows that I like to use that money for either lease land or boat trips or gas or, you know, hunting club dues, something to get that opportunity out there to where you can actually get out into the outdoors and enjoy what it is you're trying to do. Sometimes if you spend too much money on coolers and equipment, you know, that kind of thing, then all of a sudden you don't even have the money to be able to take the trip. You just got a whole bunch of really cool stuff sitting in the garage somewhere. And if you're not there, you ain't going to get that deer, you ain't going to catch that fish. So being able to be a part of it, being able to spend some time outdoors in it, man, that's the way to go. So anyway, I'm Daniel Williams, and I'll see y'all next time.